Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss with the next part of lesson number 7, animals and adaptations, and today we are going to discuss with the breathing organs of the organisms. So let us first know what is breathing. So breathing is the process of taking in oxygen and releasing out carbon dioxide. The process by which the organisms they take in oxygen and release out carbon dioxide from their body, that is called breathing. Now we are going to discuss about the different breathing organs present in the organisms. So different breathing organs present in the organisms, they are their body surface, skin, spiracles, gills and lungs. Now let's study about them in detail. Body surface, microorganisms like amoeba and paramecium, they breathe with the help of their body surface. And animals like earthworm and frog, they breathe with the help of their skin. Their skin is moist, so they breathe with the help of their skin. Now animals like insects, they breathe with the help of their spiracles. So insects, they have holes present alongside their body, so they can breathe with the help of their spiracles. These holes present in alongside their body, they are called spiracles. So the breathing organ of insects is spiracles. Now moving on to fish and prawns. Fish and prawns, they breathe with the help of gills. The breathing organ of fish and prawns is gills. So what happens? The oxygen which is dissolved in water, it enters through the mouth, and then the gills, they absorb the oxygen which is present in the water and they expel out the water. Now the next breathing organ which is present mostly in reptiles, birds and mammals, that is the lungs. So breathing organ present in reptiles, birds and mammals, that is the lungs. Now first, the oxygen, it is taken with the help of nostril. The oxygen is taken into the body with the help of nostril. From the nostril, the oxygen, it passes into the nasal cavity, and from the nasal cavity, the oxygen, it passes into the windpipe. Now from the windpipe, the oxygen, it travels to the lungs with the help of trachea, and then the trachea, it enters each of the lungs, and when the trachea, it enters the lungs, it subdivides into two parts, and that is called bronchi. And inside the lungs, the bronchi, it further divides into many parts, and that are called bronchioles. Now moving on to the organs for movement, we are going to discuss organs for movement of terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, insects, birds and reptiles. So first of all, let's start with the locomotory organ of terrestrial animals. So terrestrial animals are the animals which live on land. So terrestrial animals, they have four legs. They have four legs, they have known as forelimbs and hind limbs. So these terrestrial animals, they can walk, run, hop and leap on land with the help of their four legs. Now moving on to aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are the animals which live in water. So aquatic animals, they have different locomotory organs. Like fish, they have fins, and they move with the help of their tail also. Then these dolphins and whales, they have a locomotory organ, and that is known as flippers. Frogs, they have webbed feet which help them in the movement. And then animals like alligators, crocodiles and turtles, they have paddle like legs. Their paddle like legs, they help them to move from one place to another. And then these water animals like squids, octopuses and cuttlefish, they move by the process of jet propulsion. Now moving on to the locomotory organ of insects. So insects, they have legs also and they have wings also. When insects, they have to fly, so they can fly with the help of their wings. But when they have to crawl on land, so they can crawl with the help of their 6 legs. Now moving on to birds. Again, birds, they can walk also with the help of their legs, and they have wings also. No, when the birds they have to fly, so they can fly with the help of their wings, and the bones of the wings they are very hollow and they are light in weight, so that is why birds they can fly very easily in the sky. Again, their body is streamlined, so due to their streamlined body, the birds they can fly in the sky very easily. But when the birds they have to walk, run, hop, perch, and when they have to catch their prey, that work is done with the help of their two legs. Then we have some birds which can't fly. Due to their heavy weight, these birds they can't fly, and these birds are known as flightless bird. So flightless birds are ostrich, kiwi and penguin. They can't fly due to their heavy weight. Now moving on to reptiles. Now reptiles like lizards and crocodiles they can crawl with the help of their legs. But snake it do not have legs. Snakes they don't have any legs, so they move with the help of their flexible backbone. And again the scales which are present in the body of the snakes they also help in the movement. Now moving on to human beings, we all know human beings they have legs, so they can walk, run, jump and stand with the help of their legs. Now moving on to the next topic, that is migration. So what is migration? Migration is the movement of animals in large groups from one place to another in search of food, warmth and to breed. When the animals they don't find the conditions according to their wish, so they can move from one place to another. So when the animals they move in from one place to another in large groups, as they have to find shelter or they have to breed, or they are not finding food there, or they are not finding warmth there, so that process of movement of animals from one place to another, that is called migration. So that is all from chapter number 7. Thank you.